Hi guys, welcome to the mix. It's time for another weekly roundup, and in keeping with the usual schedule at the moment, I think it's been maybe 2 weeks since I last saw you. What's happened? Well, we've seen August out, just about. Right at the end of August as I'm shooting this, is actually bank holiday weekend here in the UK. So from here, it's sort of the long stretch until, Christmas really. So we build up into the holidays, but yes, Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that stuff is up ahead, and obviously, yeah, who knows how that's going to go when we hit winter, obviously with COVID around and stuff. So it's still a bit of a dicey time, but broadly speaking, things have been settling down a little bit, you know, barring the odd quarantine and travel ban and stuff. So a few more things have started to hit the market. Brands are kind of getting back to it. So we've had a busy couple of weeks on site after a slow kind of slump in the middle. And obviously about when I did that last video, I was complaining about site glitches and things like that. Yes, I'm pleased to report they've more or less stopped dogging us. So progress there. And yeah, we've had some very exciting launches. So if you look at our just arrived, it's actually looking pretty full again. Woo! And we still have more stuff coming. There's one more delayed delivery. The NutriBio I mentioned last time, that will be coming in the week ahead. So yeah, for the start of September basically, and then we've got already, I think, teased. We've seen a new Battle Bites bars, a glazed donut coming up, as I'm holding here 3D. So there are lots of exciting things on the horizon. I think Ghost is working on Ghost Energy as well, as I've mentioned before. So yeah, September up ahead should be good. So this is just kind of a mini review right for the end of August here. So the big news, and I'm going to actually open this to start me off. So as I say, I realized in the last video, I said, oh, I'll come back to 3D Energy at the end and touch on that. I never did. Actually, there are 4 flavors we don't have here in the UK. There's the Independence Day ice pop type thing that we never got in the first place. I think that is still coming. There's cotton candy, so like the pink can. There's chrome, and I think there's a gold one that's just been announced. That's pina colada, which is really exciting. That will be coming to the UK sooner rather than later. So obviously States first, but we shouldn't be too far behind on this one. But we were supposed to get the first 3 flavors to kick off September. I think it's gone back a week or 2. But let's say mid-month, we should have the Independence cake type thing. The Independence ice pop type thing. So that's like a bombsicle type flavor. We will have the pink one, which is, as I say, is cotton candy, some sort of candy flavor, and did I say the black one? I think is it black one? Or is it chrome or something? Yeah, a little bit vague on the actual flavors we're getting over here in the UK, but suffice to say, we are catching up on 3D at long last. Anyway, I've got purple here, which they've now dubbed, yeah, grape, and that's basically what it is. Okay, so big exciting launches. You don't really need me to say this. I haven't got a huge amount of space. I'm still perched here in the middle of our semi-shop. There's boxes left, right and centre here. So we're waiting for a DPD collection that should have come this weekend to get ahead of the post-bank holiday volume. They didn't turn up, so that's fantastic. But they should still be all on time and everything. But yeah, anyway. So the big news is I'll tell you what, I'm going to do it unusually. Usually I go in with snacks. I'm going to lead in with shakes because it's probably the big launch we've had, the very exciting one that was a surprise on us, and it came a few days after we even found out about it. Yes, I'm holding it right here. Bright red, iconic, recognisable Maltesers. So it's the latest protein shake from Protein by Mars, from Mars themselves. So very cool when these things come out. They obviously look gorgeous. Is the first thing, first bite being with the eyes and everything, or first drink being with the eyes, you know. So they did Mars right here. That was an early one. Twix we had semi-recently. They had Snickers, which I haven't actually got in my hand right now. But it's the same guys who are doing the Mars high protein bars. I have some bars here as well. Obviously the M&Ms, you saw me making a fuss about a few short weeks ago. That's gone down incredibly well. They're still flying out the doors. There's a good effort there in terms of the authentic thing with real crunchy M&Ms, and that's in chocolate and peanut. Very cool. Anyway, Maltesers. Now this is a very exciting one from my perspective, because I always said from the day, the first day we tried one of these shakes, is that Maltesers would be a great one for them to do. It's obviously a brand that's in their stable, the Mars stable, and to me, every single one of the shakes has a very malty overtone. This isn't too surprising because they actually have barley malt in them. So it's actually got the Maltesers sort of fundamental flavour anyway. So Malteser being that kind of creamy milk chocolate combined with the sort of biscuity malty inside. So it's a simple one, but it's a classic one. It's the lighter way to enjoy chocolate, but obviously said with this one, the lighter Whey to enjoy chocolate. Do you get it? It's kind of a gift, really, in terms of the formula they tend to do. So it's a bit different. They've actually tweaked a few things on this one, so it's quite interesting. It's actually now for the first time got 99 calorie promise on it, so that's per serving. A serving isn't one scoop, it's now 2 smaller scoops, so it's 25 grams, that's not that unusual. But with these ones, there's 1 big scoop inside. Obviously, I think because the smaller bags, and that's the next thing, they've opted for a smaller scoop. But yeah, the bags on these ones are 450 grammer, I think. 450 grams, I think it's like 18 servings, what am I reading? 15 grams, 450 grams, 18 servings. These ones are 750 grams and 21, no, that's not right, and 25 servings. So, yeah, slight tweak in formula and stuff inside, but it's more or less the same deal. Obviously, it's a shake that's prioritising kind of taste more than anything else. So, yeah, if you want an isolate, it'll be a purer source of protein. But these guys are really going for that kind of alluring on-shelf look with the eye-catching bag, the the household name brand. And obviously just something that tastes pretty good. So you've got a kind of chocolatey, malty. Yeah, the stuff inside is... if you've had the Twix or the Mars shakes before, you know what you're working with. It's not wildly different. This is about. I'm not actually going to shake any up because there's nothing. There's no chunks or pieces. There's nothing particularly exciting to see in there. It'd be amazing if there were Maltesers smashed up bits inside, but sadly they're not. But even by smell alone, it does have a sort of malty overtone. To be same as all the others. So this is in many ways, I think this is the best chance of getting closest to the actual product, the original flavour, than any of the others. So yeah, very excited when I saw it announced, I say, and then the taste doesn't disappoint. It mixes well. It's chocolatey. It's sweet but not too sweet. It has that malty undertone. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with it. So at 100 calories a serving as well, they've slightly tweaked the formula in that what are we looking at? Sugars are still pretty low, 3.4 grams a serving, 5.4 grams of carbs, which is a bit high for a protein shake, but yeah, the 15 grams of protein in there it puts, I guess, the protein percentage down a little bit, but it's just, this is a shake people are going to get for the experience and for the novelty of doing it, and with that in mind, the fact that it's in a very affordable, nifty little bag for you to try it is pretty cool. So, as I say, the 99 calorie promise is a first for this range, and the smaller bag is a first for this range. So, yeah, quite excited to see how that goes down. I mean, I kind of know how it's gone down, right? Because it's already selling incredibly well. We got a load of these because, yeah, we knew they'd be popular out the gate, and they have absolutely flown. Loads of international orders as well, because we always get these things before other parts of Europe and certainly North America and stuff. So understandably, and Australia too, loads have gone to Australia. So understandably, they're going to be quite popular here. But yeah, they're in the mix now. It's 16 quid a bag, I think, 17 quid a bag, so it's less than £1 a serving, so can't really knock that. It's roughly the same value as the bigger bag, but it's like 24 quid for the Mars, the Twix, the Snickers ones we already have. But anyway, yeah, they're in right now. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and it's a lovely novelty one to try. Just to say, chocolate malt flavour. It tastes like a chocolate milkshake with that malty undertone that's with all the other Mars shakes as well. So I think you will love this one. It's an exciting one. It's great to see the branding completely over a sports nutrition, a functional food product like this. So you get brands like Ghost obviously doing authentic collabs with brands, and you get more and more companies following suit, after them doing it, following suit and doing the same thing. It's very cool that Mars is one company that's actually stuck to doing it themselves. So yes, largely in bars, but the fact that they've actually touched protein powders as well, very cool. So they have their Mars bars, they have the Snickers bars, they have the Bounty Flapjacks, they have the M&M bars now, a whole bunch of them. So they actually keep releasing them, and they're actually pretty solid and actually very good sellers, and they're very cool, very giftable, all the rest of it. Whereas Cadbury's with the Boost, it's very, very hard for us to get hold of. The peanut one, I think we have an actual stock of that in the site for ages, but I've really tried. It's just our usual suppliers of those are just discontinued. And then obviously the Yorkie from Nestle, the Yorkie Pro bars disappeared as well. Shame, I quite like those, but I guess it didn't really take off. Anyway, they've pulled out. Protein by Mars have kept it going, so kudos guys, and they're actually quite supportive on the marketing front as well, so that's pretty cool as well, so we talked to them. Anyway, yeah, there you go, in the mix now. I'll put the open bag down. So yeah, give them a try. I don't think it's limited edition or anything. I haven't been told it is. They'll be around for a while. We got a decent amount of stock, so plenty of opportunity to get those, and obviously friendly price point. Next up, okay, this is where we get to the usual fun stuff, and I get to eat. It is snack time, and I did mention this in the last video. I said these had a very good reputation. We were going to have a go at getting them in. Well, we finally did. We didn't get as many as we wanted because they really are in demand, and the guys make them themselves, so they run them in fairly small batches. So we can't get tons and tons of them, but boom, here they are from ESN. It's a German company. And we've got, it's a bit confusing, I'll take you through them because they're sort of, broadly speaking, two bars that are more or less the same, but they split the range into what they call the crunchy bars, which are bigger. They are 60 grams, and smaller 45-gram bars that they're not dubbed crunchy, but they are still kind of crunchy. So they're more or less the same. The format is very, very similar. They've still got a lovely gooey, fondanty, chocolatey, whatever it is, depends on the flavour, core running through them as well. That's very, very sexy. And they've still got the chocolatey outer coating that's got some crunch in it. Very cool. Broadly speaking, I'll show you now the difference. There's not a lot in it. 45 grams being one of these guys. So I guess, I don't know, you can say that like that. And this is the 60 gram. The 60 gram, oh God, upside down, embarrassing, is the 60 gram. These are slightly more familiar in terms of the Chiefs bars we just got, but Bear Bells, Grenade, they're 55, 60 gram bars. So they're all in the same ballpark, and obviously calorie-wise, punching around about the same as well. Sugar-wise, about the same, so you're looking at a couple of grams of sugar. You're looking around about 220 calories on this, so roughly about the same as the Bear Bells bar. On the bigger, the crunchy bar. Make sure you've seen that. They're all called designer bars, right? And they're about 170 calories on these. Macros are probably not quite as good, but it's just, yeah, again, in ratio, more or less the same. It's just, it's I guess it's not small enough to be sort of fun size, and it's not big enough to be a full-size bar. But either way, damn it, they're delicious. I'll start with the small one to show you that one, and then I'll say what I think the difference is. Millie's a bit clearer on this, but they're broadly speaking the same, and they're broadly speaking absolutely delicious. So we'll start with this. There are, where are we at? I think there are 4 flavours in both sizes, but we only got 3 flavours in the smaller designer bar, the 45 gram ones, and we did get all 4 in the bigger one. So yeah, this is Fudge Brownie. This is the latest release they've done in the designer bar, the smaller bar range. And it's, yeah, as with all Fudge Brownie, chocolate brownie style bars, it's always a safe choice. Who doesn't like chocolate? And this is a very, very chocolatey, deep, rich, indulgent, gotta have safe options. So everyone will like this bar. Then it gets a little bit more quirky depending on taste. So there's an almond coconut in this range. And it's just like an acquired tasty sort of one. And then there's a hazelnut nougat one, and there's a peanut butter one. There's like a salted peanutty type one, a peanut caramel one we didn't actually get yet. So hopefully we'll get that with the next delivery. But I'm sure that's amazing. Yeah, I can only imagine, because there isn't a peanut one in the bigger ones, we don't know. But hazelnuts, they do very well. Anyway, Fudge Brownie, safe one. I figured I would show you this. Another opportunity to eat scarce stock as well. Yay! So, yep, you've got a milk chocolate coating on the outside. You can see all the knobbly bits, always our favourite. And I don't know what the best way to show this one is. I could just bite it, but yoink. How's that looking on focus? Yes. So let's try doing it like this from behind the camera. You can see all the knobbly bits and all the shakes. There you go. So, chocolatey outer shell, very deep, rich, chocolatey brownie centre, and it's not exactly overflowing, but can you see how there's kind of a core within a core within a core there? So there's an even more chocolatey fondant centre running through the centre of this thing, and then there's a sort of brownie outer layer that kind of, it's like dissecting a planet, isn't it? So this is like the molten core, and then that's the I don't know, my geography failing me. That's the thicker outer crust, and then you've got the brittle kind of thing on it, the milk chocolate one there, that you can see is loaded with kind of cacao crispies. There's no protein crispies in these. I think they saved those for the other ones, but there is, they're definitely cacao nibs, and it varies. Sometimes they've got like coconut shards. Anyway, shut up. Okay, now it's all falling apart. But you get the idea. Wow. You know what this tastes like? A feast? No, no. Maybe a feast, a bit like a feast. No, you know the Magnum cookies and cream ice creams? The Magnums where they put kind of cookie crunchy bits in the outer shell. Tastes like that. Wow. Really good, really good. Like a kind of, like the The dark chocolate crunch ones, I guess the cacao nibs are the real intensity, and then it's very soft and cake-like in the middle, and it's got that really indulgent fondant. Oh, that's totally going. That's amazing. Wonderful marriage of textures, wonderful indulgent flavour. There's no hint of this being a protein bar. There really isn't. It's not proteiny. Even Henry here, who's more used to vegan bars, has to be said, but when he's eating these bars, he said he usually gets a sort of protein kind of sweetener sting, like an aftertaste from many of them. I'm immune to it now. I love it. Maybe I crave it. But with these ones, he said he doesn't get that. And I think I can see what he means. So, per 45 gram bar, 176 calories, 8.6 fat, 12.6 carbs, just 1.4 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, and that's it. So nutritionally, very much the same as a lot of the other cool bars that are on the market, but they have a slightly novel. They're not doing layers like this, right? It's not like a sandwich thing. They're doing layers kind of running through a core, like a fiber optic kind of cable with expanding layers, like radiating out from the center. So that's the novelty across the range. I guess it's the machinery they have there. It's a kind of thing more or less unique to them. And it takes so many of the best features of some of the other bars you know and love, the sweetness, the flavors, the authenticity, the cacao, like the protein, the low sugar, all that great stuff, rolls it into something a little bit unique, a little bit sexy, a little bit dangerous, a little bit different. So I think you'll love these. Really do. I mean, we've recommended these to loads of people, and I think this is one of our fastest taking off bar launches ever. And the feedback already straight in has been straight out the gate. Has been, wow, these are absolutely amazing. So, yeah, fudge brownie. There you go. You've got hazelnut and nougat. I'm going to show you hazelnut and nougat in the bigger bar, in the crispy, the crunchy bar, just to show you a bit of a difference. It's a white chocolate hazelnut nougat versus the milk chocolate hazelnut nougat. So this is probably more Ferrero Rocher-y in terms of the 14 gram bar, the little one under here I'm stabbing at. And I say there's an almond, coconut, and the peanut coming. I'm going to show you the other one because I think my favourite this is my favourite in the. I mean, the hazelnut's a close run, but this is currently my favourite in the 14 gram, the smaller designer bar. In the bigger ones, the hazelnut nougat probably took it because it's white chocolate as well, which gives it a kind of Kinder Bueno sort of vibe. It's very Ferrero, very Rocher all round, but gives it a kind of Kinder Bueno, more creamy, white chocolatey type thing going on. So I'll show you. So, boom, designer, same thing. You'll notice it says crunchy. There you go. I've said crispy. It's probably crunchy. Whatever. It's that one. Difference being, I think they've bumped the protein and the size of it by adding protein crispies. I think that's maybe about all there is to it. Otherwise, the macros are more or less in ratio. This does score 20 grams of protein versus the 14, though. So I guess you could say this is more macro friendly. Whatever. It still tastes just as amazing. So I'll show you this. So this is also good to show you because it's a white chocolate one, as I say. So a bit of novelty there. This kind of looks like the outside of a white chocolate Nestle Crunch bar. You can see the novels there. You can see the texture. You can see how promising that looks. I guess it's kind of features from the outside. There you go. It's kind of focusing. All right, come on. Yes. So this is the chief mixer. This is the ant pick from the range. So I can show you this. This one isn't actually one of the most gooey. There's a salted caramel. It's super gooey, but this one, come on. Oh, it snapped down there. That's a bit weird. So, okay, take the whole thing out. Take the whole thing out. That's a little bit more like it. So, wow, look at that. Thick, generous white chocolate. There's crispies in there, as I said. Probably hazelnut nibs too. And that's, I suppose, the hazelnut center. And then you've got an almost, white chocolate hazelnut cream running through it. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Millie's done some spectacular photographs for these on site. Again, you can see the distinct kind of tunneled layering. Come on. Yeah. I knew this would be quite an eating pleasure sound heavy one for me. So, White chocolate wise, it is bang on with that actually. It is like a white chocolate Nestle Crunch. You've got the same crunch, you've got that same creamy white chocolate. And then inside, there's a slightly more earthy nuttiness that comes through. It's quite an authentic hazelnut sort of taste. Not bitter, and it doesn't take it that far, but it grounds the white chocolate quite perfectly. And then, there's essentially a white chocolate cream through the middle. So again, if you got one of those little Kinder Bueno chocolate bars, or you know, like the creamy white chocolate inner lining of a Kinder Surprise egg, it's kind of like that running through it. So again, it's a wonderful marriage. You've got the brittle outer chocolate, you've got the cake-like kind of inner ring, and then you've got the really, really soft and gooey thing. Again, I maybe should have showed you the salted caramel. The salted caramel is really quite special as well. Not only is it full of oozy caramel rather than the fondant I've just showed you here, it's actually got, it's more kind of, again, look at Millie's pictures, they're fantastic, but it has a genuine salty note. Like usually when things say salted caramel, it's rare it actually carries the salted off enough. Most brands, I think, rein it back in. They think, oh, people don't actually want to taste saltiness. Maybe because these are from the continent and they're not as afraid of salt. And in fact, in Scandinavia, they love it. They have like salt chewing gum and stuff. These are German, obviously, but again, I think there's a general boldness about the saltiness. It really does come through. And there's a straight up chocolate caramel as well, which is, yeah, a far more middle of the road flavour when it comes to protein bars, but it punches with the best of the best out there. And again, it's got more gooey, unctuous kind of caramel oozing out of it. So this one, I suppose maybe it's not so much visual sex appeal from it, but for me, the flavour is the most unique, the flavour is the most appealing. Again, small shout out, we've got a coconut 60 gram bar there. That is just like Raffaello. So again, keeping with the Ferrero thing, very, very similar continental kind of flavour palette when it comes to the cocoa and stuff. You know, like Ferrero do Rocher, they do Ron Noir, which is the dark chocolate version, and they do Raffaello, which is the coconut encrusted white chocolate and kind of white chocolate fondant cream version. That is, yes, bang on with that. So I know coconut's a bit more niche. Coconut products never sell that well, but it really is fantastic, and it does give you that sort of, you know, that kind of, I don't know, continental truffly sort of vibe. It's really nice anyway. I've no doubt it's going to be the slowest seller versus some of the things like chocolate caramel, but it really is quite spectacular. We've got a lot of hazelnut bars that are dark chocolate, plain chocolate, milk chocolate. Very few that are white chocolate as well. So it is sweet. It is an out there sort of one, but this was my pick of them for sure. And it has all that extra crunch too. So they've got a wonderful marriage of textures as well. Everything you want. They're the bomb. They're the bomb. ESN.com. Except, don't go to ESN.com. Buy them from us. So I don't even know if they're shipped direct to the UK actually. But either way, while we've got them, try these bars. They're the most different ones we've had for a while. We have some wonderful protein... I got a crispy bit. We have some wonderful protein bar choices in the mix. Huge range, obviously. We pride ourselves on that. But this whole range here, and still with a peanut one to come, pretty special. And I think this is, yeah, it's going to shock all of you guys. I struggle to see how these are going to get a bad review, but give them a go. Okay. Cheers. Okay. Do that. Let's move my mess. So, that's about it. So, you've got to see me raving about a bright red shake and going through quickly a couple of different bars in the range there. As I said, other bundles I should say as well. As always, we do the pick and mix bundle thing. So I think there's the big tasty bundle and there's the mini designer bundle. So I don't know, nothing too creative, but because they are different sizes, slightly different nutritionals, different range of flavors and different price points, we've had to do them across two different bundles. So you can get both if you feel like it. Otherwise, just try a few of these and you'll see quite how good they are. Anyway, they're in there. ESN also do, as I mentioned before, a wide range of supplements. So I don't know if we're going to go... We would never do like that fuller range of them and stuff, but because we were so wowed by how good these are, and we know they've just rebranded some of their Whey shakes as well, and they've got some great flavors there, we might try some of those. I've had them in the past, know they're quite nice, but they used to supply them in bags without scoops in them. which is, I can understand why. Everyone's probably got a scoop around, or someone's got some scales, or, you know, it doesn't matter for everyone, but it just seems a little bit weird to us not to have that. And I thought, you know, convenience-wise and everything, that ain't convenient, so we would skip them partially because of that. They've now got them in tubs with, I'm assuming, scoops in them. So if that's the case, we might try some of those as well. But whatever, that's one for way down the line. Bars are where we're at for now, and we were incredibly impressed. So yeah, that's done. What's up ahead? I'll try and keep this, yeah, short and sweet. We have got restocks galore. We've had Kodiak cakes back in, and we've got more coming. So I think a lot of you have spotted we got them back in because we've sold tons. But we've got all the power cakes back in, and we got some of the Bear Bites things back in. So I've mentioned we've got a couple of suppliers on these now. These should be better going forward. They're in the mix at the moment. We have got the NutriBio, that'll be coming in this week. All the flavours in the isolate and the Whey. And we got a restock on the Alpha EAA. That's the nootropic infused amino product they have. The EAA Pure, which again, it's not just EAAs, it's BCAAs and hydration as well. But we got a restock on those. A great value amino product there. And we've got more of the pre-back, that's this stuff here. Very, very strong. If you want something that's going to really kick your ass, that's the one. You can do it, you know, you can have a half serve and you still get a wonderfully balanced pre-workout. It's a lovely formula. But they're all in there. We're going to set up some new bundles now that we've got the protein in too, and we'll have some fun with that. We got Yummy Sports Reload. We got some of their BCAAs back. That's the Candies BCAAs that are, wait for it, these guys here. So yeah, they're in our bundles with the Yummy Sports things at the moment. And they're always pretty good value, taste pretty good, pretty fun. They do like pina colada gummies and iced tea gummies and Moscow Mule and loads of wacky stuff there. And I think we've got most of the proteins in too. We have got, oh, what else is going on? We have got, okay, PES, there's more stock coming there, but we've managed to keep that in quite nicely already. We've got some shakers now available on site on that, actually. And in terms of Malteser official collabs, I did mention Ghost briefly. Right here, we've got their choc chip cookie Whey. Boom. Hugely popular. This is the kind of EU rebrand of the Chips Ahoy they've got over in the States. The breathtakingly popular official collab with the Chips Ahoy cookies there, with real Chips Ahoy cookie pieces in there. This obviously doesn't have the same branding because of various licensing agreements over here in Europe, but it has the same Chips Ahoy cookies, don't you worry. And this has been our, quickly become our Ghost Whey bestseller by a million miles. So yeah, these are back in the mix right now. You can hear, can you hear by my mic? You can hear the cookie pieces rattling around. So big, generous chunks of cookie in here. If you haven't tried this one yet, you need to. It's quite unique. So we got those back in. And we've actually, for the first time, Ghost have hooked us up. My mic's going everywhere. Ghost have hooked us up with some shakers. So we've got the infrared classic. This is the full-on blender bottle one as well. So fantastic quality. And you've got a blender ball inside. And the reverse infrared. So that's badass. It's black. It's kind of the inverse of this. Yeah, we've been begging the guys for these for ages. We've occasionally had stock here and there when they've hooked us up for promotions, but we've never actually been able to get hold of these to actually do a listing and sell and provide them on site. And maybe in future we can attach them to bundles again. But yeah, we do have a load of these right now. They're available on site as well. So yeah, you can be seen in the gym with it and show your legendary allegiance. What else? We have got more G Fuel coming. As I mentioned before, the gaming stuff. This is we're trying to keep all the flavors back in stock. So sort of PewDiePie flavor there. But yeah, we've got more of those coming in. So we should have, I think, not bubblegum, but we've got like blue ice coming back in, and more sour pixel, more sour cherry and stuff in the week ahead. I think we've got a new shaker from them as well. We have got Gym Buddy Donuts. Very exciting. Yeah, they have left the US, I've now been told, so they should be in probably by the back end of this week. So they'll be in for, let's say, the second week of September. It's the cake batter, it's the chocolate. If you think you know these donuts, you may not quite know these donuts. Obviously, we lost the icing and we had the new formula. Actually, it's been tweaked again. So yeah, been improved and better nutritionals on them as well. So it's been a while since they've been back in the UK, been a while since they've been back in Europe, but brand new fresh bake from the bakery out in the States. I think they're made in Texas at the moment. Was it Utah? well, they're around the States somewhere. Tom can fill you in on the details, but we were doing a full relaunch on those. Very excited to have them back, and the calories are more like 110 a donut now instead of 160, 140, I think, something like that. I have to double check when they actually land. Plus, there's a new flavour in the works a little ways down the line as well. So hopefully we'll have that by the end of the year when we actually get this up and running again. That's fantastic. What else? Oh, I hate this bit. I was stalled and I can't remember what's actually coming back in. What else have we got on order? No, I'll stop there. Whatever. There's bound to be some other bits and pieces. But as I say, we're setting ourselves up for hopefully a very busy September. Behind the scenes, what we're up to, yeah, shop's still doing takeaway and the little bits and pieces behind the scenes. I'm surrounded by boxes even more so than usual here, and it's kind of chaos. So we are losing that fight. But for people who come around, we do try and hook you up. And obviously collecting store is working the rest of it. Warehouse-wise, we have put in an offer. Very exciting. Dun, dun, dun. Don't know if it's going to be accepted, but we will see. That is progressing behind the scenes. We may hear this week. Otherwise, we're going to have to look at somewhere different. But that's just down the road, again, here in Tunbridge Wells. So that is hugely exciting for us. That could be the first big leap to that kind of next level and everything. Who knows? Who knows? Very nerve-wracking, but exciting at the same time. And we have got some more Got7 on the way as our bits keep coming back. So we've got more. We've got the protein flips kind of crisps back for the first time. We haven't had them in 6 months or more. We have got the nachos coming back. I don't think we got any Greek style, and I think we're very nearly out of barbecue. But I think we've got more paprika coming. We've got more sour cream and onion coming. So very cool restock there. We've got some of the bars coming back in. More of the sauces coming back in. That's quite exciting. We've got a couple of new Skinny Food Co. sauces on there now that I come to mention it. Like Burger Relish. And what was the other one that came in? Burger Relish and Steak Pepper, I think. So they're in the savoury sauces drop down for Skinny Food Co. as we speak. So yeah, okay, I'll stop there. That's enough stuff to bombard you with, and I'm at, what, about half an hour. So not too bad. Anyway, thank you for watching, folks. Definitely check out these ESN bars. They'll blow you away. And yeah, Protein Mamas, big Maltesers fan. Check this out. I think it actually lands closest to home of perhaps any of the shakes so far, just because of that, the kind of formula, the multi-base that it actually has on it. So very cool. Obviously looks amazing. It's also a great grab and go price. Probably quite giftable and stuff as well, so I'd be worrying about gifting as we get up towards Christmas and things. So yeah, it's amazing to think we're at the tail end of the summer now. It's amazing to think we've hit September. God knows the weather here in the UK is backing that up, but yes, time is flying, but we are still here and we're having a good time and we're getting those gains in thanks to the protein and the rest. So yeah, thanks for watching again, guys. I will see you maybe next week, probably not, probably the week after, but as soon as we've got some more exciting stuff to tell you about, I will jump on here and, you know, make a lot of inappropriate noises as I sample bars. Go, bye for now, and yeah, hope you had a great bank holiday weekend.